Today's roundup is about speed, active exploitation, out-of-band patches, and social engineering that outlasted standard defenses. If you maintain Fortinet EMS, mobile fleets, JavaScript pipelines, or crypto infrastructure, here's what needs your attention now. Welcome to the briefing. Daily trends point to two clear themes. Attackers are moving quickly against fresh vulnerabilities, and vendors are shipping emergency fixes off-cycle. We'll cover what happened, why it matters, and the concrete steps defenders can take today. First, Fortinet has released an emergency weekend security update for a new critical FortiClient enterprise management server vulnerability that is actively exploited in attacks. This follows an earlier report on the same issue, underscoring the urgency. Key facts: the flaw affects FortiClient EMS, exploitation is ongoing, and Fortinet pushed an emergency update outside normal cadence. Why it matters: active exploitation compresses response windows, turning a routine patch into an incident response priority. Defender takeaway: patch FortiClient EMS immediately to the latest available build. Restrict EMS management interfaces to trusted networks only. Review recent admin activity and authentication logs for anomalies, and follow the vendor's hardening guidance without delay. Staying with Fortinet, the company also released out-of-band patches for CVE 2026-35616 in FortiClient EMS, a critical flaw they confirm is being exploited in the wild. The vulnerability is a pre-authentication API access bypass that can lead to privilege escalation and carries a CVSS score of 9.1. Why it matters: a pre-auth API bypass on a centralized management server can hand attackers elevated control before any login checks, with potential blast radius across managed endpoints. Defender takeaway: apply the out-of-band fix immediately, ensure EMS is not internet exposed and is placed behind strong access controls. Audit API access logs for unexpected calls, and consider rotating administrative credentials and tokens associated with EMS. Next, scammers are pivoting to QR codes in a fresh wave of phishing texts. The messages impersonate state courts across the U.S., claim a notice of default traffic violation, and pressure recipients to scan a QR code. The destination is a phishing site that demands a $6.99 payment while harvesting personal and financial data. Why it matters: QR codes can bypass traditional link filters, and users increasingly trust them in physical and digital contexts, making this a low-friction path to credential and card theft. Defender takeaway: brief employees that legitimate court notices won't demand QR-scanned micropayments. Enable mobile threat defense and SMS filtering on managed devices. And instruct users to navigate directly to official sites rather than scanning codes from unsolicited texts. In the software supply chain, researchers identified 36 malicious NPM packages masquerading as strappy CMS plugins. Each package shipped with 3 files: package.json, index.js, and postinstall.js, no description or repository, and payloads designed to exploit Redis and PostgreSQL, deploy reverse shells, harvest credentials, and drop a persistent implant. Why it matters: development environments and CI runners are high-trust footholds. A single poison dependency can pivot into data stores and long-lived persistence. Defender takeaway: audit recent NPM additions, especially any posing as strappy plugins, and scrutinize post-install scripts. Enforce dependency allow lists or vetted internal mirrors. Run builds with minimal egress and monitor for suspicious connections to Redis and PostgreSQL from build or app containers, and continuously scan log files for unexpected changes. Finally, Drift disclosed that the April 1, 2026 theft of $285 million was the result of a targeted, months-long social engineering operation attributed to the DPRK, beginning in fall 2025. The Solana-based decentralized exchange described it as a meticulously planned campaign rather than a smash and grab. Why it matters: determined adversaries are willing to invest months of effort to compromise people and processes around key operations, and the financial impact can be immediate and severe. Defender takeaway: strengthen human and process controls, require out-of-band verification for high-risk requests, enforce role-based access with transaction limits, use phishing-resistant authentication for staff with elevated privileges, and segregate critical keys with hardware-backed protections and multi-party approval. That's the briefing. If this helped you prioritize actions, subscribe, share it with your team, and turn on notifications so you don't miss urgent patches and active exploit updates. Advisory and mitigation links are in the description. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next roundup.